How's it going, everybody? We're back for another installment of Dark Dimension 8. Best characters, also what to expect from the nodes. And we're on the city villain section. I know a lot of people were stressed about this. Those of us who raced realized, like, hey, yeah, it's not the funnest, but it's not the worst in the world either. Look, I bit the bullet. I went ahead and actually brought up some other characters to show you guys some options. So I have a full Superior Sinister 6 team. Not Superior 6, obviously. But I also have Carnage and Red Goblin done. And I'll show you as many characters as we can. For now, though, let's just jump in here with the Sinister 6 team, and we'll see what we can show here. Because here's the thing, guys. The Superior 6 members, obviously Crucible Goats. In War, these Sinister 6 members that we're showing also get a lot of play at the high end. And if you're not there yet, then when you bring these guys up, you can use them in various spots. So, I just want to show that off. Let's start and see how this plays out. I actually forget how this went because it was kind of a blur. Let's steal these buffs. Get our taunt up, which is a horrible idea because Void Knight's just going to flip it. I don't know why I did that. Void Knight's definitely just going to flip this. He would have flipped all those death proofs anyway, so it is what it is. Alright, we got an ability block. I like the idea of throwing that on the Moonstone, stopping her from doing defense down and all kinds of stuff like that. We can Slayer alt permakill Ultron if we want. Nah, let's just save it. Let's go ahead and do the special. Alright. Lizard taking a little bit of a beating. I'm definitely concerned he's going to bleed out on me here. Let's go ahead and blind ability block everybody. Probably should have not been targeting who I targeted there. Let's do a little bit of a rewindy-dindy. Good damage comes in on the Vulture, of course, of course. Now, I'm going to try and get through this Absorb Man stuff because I know he's going to re-taunt. Don't want to get stuck there. Just want to get his buffs off of these dupes. And he just keeps getting it back. Alright, it is what it is. Let's get this going. Let's get rid of the Gwen, so she's not giving energy to our Void Knight friend. And you can see Lizard, although he was getting his absolute butt kicked, he rebounded very nicely. The most important thing I find in the City Villain section is you don't want to just dump all your cooldowns. If you're just dumping cooldowns whenever you have them, you end up not having them for when you need them. And I think that was very, very crucial in the success here. So when I see like the Kraven ultimate or I see the Slayer ultimate, I don't really want to whiff them until I have a priority single kill target. That would be for the Slayer ultimate, or if I have like a really, really nasty wave that I know is going to give me a hard time. That would be for the Kraven ult or Kraven special. Let's try and get the speed up off of Absorbing Man here. We did. Perfect. Let's try and get these other buffs off of this Absorbing Man. You're going to find very quickly in Dark Dimension 8, Scopely loves pre-taunts. Do they ever love their pre-taunts? See, now would be a pretty opportune time to go ahead and throw the Kraven ultimate. Some great damage comes out. We're going to get over some of those sticky situations. You know, Spider-Punk was about to do his ultimate, stuff like that. Definitely not using that Slayer ultimate just yet. We can blind ability block everybody again. And you know what? With the amount of dupes that we're going to have with our Mysterio, I'm fine with doing that. We're going to get a lot of that energy back. I want to take out these anti-venoms as quickly as possible before they do some nasty revives. And as you can see, this first node, not that bad whatsoever. I'm tempted to back out and do it with the other guys, just so you can see the other side of the coin. But you also see now we have a Kang, and we have another Void Knight. I like to kill the Kang. Kang is an absolute monster. I don't want to have to entertain him giving me slows and doing all kinds of nasty stuff to me. So we go ahead and we take him out. After that, I want to go for the Void Knight because he's going to clump everyone together, take all our buffs away again. Probably not going to be able to stop that in time. But our Mysterio is getting a lot of energy as we get ready, and we are building our cooldowns back up. Kraven's got his special up, and the Void Knight did not get a turn. Slayer's got his special up, so we're doing really good so far. Making me wish I showed the Hivemind first, because I don't think the Hivemind can one-shot this node in the same fashion. We are now on the last wave. Let's blind ability block everybody. We got lucky, and the ability block did actually go over and land on the Void Knight instead of on the other people that were adjacent. There was a chance it could have. And then I like to personally go for the anti-venom at this point, because obviously when he does his special, he can bring old symbiotes back, and he does a bunch of buffs and everything like that, so I just want to get rid of him. We don't need the ability block. You know what? I'll ability block the Absorb Man. Let's make sure he doesn't get to do anything. There we go. This is going to be a long wave, so I can go ahead and use some abilities here, but not everything. We want to make sure we're ready for the next node. Like, Lizard Alt is probably going to be up right now, but do you want to do it at this point? I'd find that very questionable myself. Looks like cleanses did happen. Lizard's getting beat up. We can flip everything. This is why Mysterio is so powerful, and a lot of the people who are racing ended up caving to bring Mysterio here, if they weren't already planning on it. Alright, that should give us enough energy with our Mysterio to go first. I just want to get a slow over here on the Void Knight. I don't think he has one yet. And there goes that anti-venom. Punch him, Jonah Jameson. Get him out of here. And we want to start taking down some weaker members. There was a Spider-Punk ult. It's not super fun to eat that. Rewind on Vulture is something I'll do, because I definitely need to get some controlling effects out there with my Mysterio. We lost all of our Mysterio dupes, but the rest of our characters are still very healthy, as you can see. So again, we're just picking off some of the weaker members. Hopefully we don't get dodged here. Oh god, I spoke that one into existence, didn't I? Alright, ability block blind back up on this Void Knight. Don't want him doing his thing. And then back to the targets that we want to try and take out. Hey, I didn't speak that dodge into existence this time. Alright, Spider-Punk still hanging on. Very annoyingly, I should say. Let's give him the buff flip. How is he still alive? Get out of here, Spider-Punk. Oh, he's dodging. He's a dodging Daryl. Okay, they all dodged that. I will keep using the special from Lizard, because that's going to help keep him alive. Dodges did not do us any favors here, so it does look like this is going to be... I mean, we would one-shot this. We would get through this with Mysterio eventually. We would use some cooldowns. We would get through this node, but then we wouldn't be able to start node 2 the same day. I don't think that matters, because once again, if you haven't already raced, why you racing now, right? Take your time with it. Unlocking Odin 3 or 4 days ahead of time, but losing thousands of cores, I don't think that's worth it myself. Just take the L on a couple Crucible matches, who cares? What I'll do instead, though, is let me go ahead and jump on over and let's show the Hivemind characters. Alright, so what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to keep Lizard, Mysterio, and I guess Kraven here. Because I think the Kraven is very powerful. I like what the Lizard brings. And I need 2 Superior 6 members so that Mysterio actually does what Mysterio does. So let's go ahead and let's head in like this. If anyone from chat has done something different with the Hivemind characters, let me know. Let me know if you use different Superior 6 or Sinister 6 members. Also, you guys in chat, if you're doing something different, let me know. Lizard will get rid of both of the taunts here. Void Knight's going to do a lot of nasty flips on us here. But now we got Carnage, and I'm going to go right after this Moonstone. We'll let that Ultron bring in his dupes, or rather his summons, and then Red Goblin's going to feed off of them. Ability to block the Gwen pool, so we don't, or sorry, the Gwenum, so we don't have to deal with that offense up, defense up. Alright, so the basic did rip us apart. But when Red Goblin goes, he's going to really kind of even us out here. Hopefully. We lost the dupe already. Red Goblin not looking the best. I'll do the flip here instead of the blind. So Red Goblin's hitting into defense down. There we go. We got rid of the stun on Carnage. Killed some dupes. You get an extra turn bar. Boom. Yeah, I'll use the special here on the Void Knight. Get him gone. Whoops. I meant to hit the Gwen there. Oh well. So you can see the symbiotes, they do take over very quickly once they get going. Here's more. Alright, let's do this so we get the taunt off. And now we can hit as many people as possible, as squishy ones preferably. Actually, that this guy is looking like he's trying to die up here, so let's get him pushed. I'll throw the ult. We have one that did Slayer, Vulture, Carnage, Kraven, and Red Goblin. So no Mysterio. Interesting. I would have thought the Mysterio pulls ahead just by virtue of the buff flips and the blinds and everything. Alright, another ult from Red Goblin comes in. Huge damage. Lots of people getting pushed yet again. Try and spread some of these bleeds. Carnage gets kind of abused there. We could blind ability block, but I don't think these enemies deserve to be blind ability blocked. They ain't done nothing wrong. Also, I just prefer to save it. Alright, there's the Kang. Here's where I would be concerned about the Hivemind characters, because I don't have the same sort of burst as I did with Spider Slayer. I'll go all in on the Kang here. Void Knight with the ult. This is a super tanky Void Knight is my understanding. You see that damage from Kang is not fun to take, but we survive it. Let's get the push over here. Good stuff. Now we can go ahead and take these guys out. Now we do have another blind ability block. I don't know if I want to use it yet. Probably still going to save that for the next round. Ah, no, let's use it. We got some dupes up. We'll be able to get some of that cooldown energy back. Alright, there he goes. Goblin's got his ultimate up for the next hit. Spread this bleed. Oh, nope. I guess because he died, didn't want to spread it. Alright, so we're kind of just biding our time, waiting for the next wave to appear, build up some of our cooldowns. There you go, that one Void Knight is gone, replaced by the God tier Void Knight. I'll go ahead and use the ultimate here, just because. Slow on everybody is very nice to start a wave. Red Goblin is goated for that. Use the special here. And then let's do a disrupt on everybody. Well, everybody that could have got disrupt anyway. I'm going to go for the Gwens here as opposed to the Anti-Venom like I did last time, because I did notice those defense ups were very brutal. So maybe my initial kill priority was off. We got an ability block. I'll throw the ability block over here though, so we can't do what he does. And we got a push. That's very helpful. Actually, you know what? This is going to push a couple people too. Very nice. And now Carnage can take care of this one. Bloop! Later, nerd. Oh, she lived. I don't know what happened. Everything lagged out, and somehow that Gwenum's still alive. Alright, we got rid of one of the Gwenums, though. This can't be dodged when you have the T4 in it, so let's get rid of her there. And you can see the symbiotes definitely pull ahead as far as work done in this mode goes. Just like the city section, though, I'd ask you to question yourself, what value does this give you outside of Dark Dimension? In raids, it'd be helpful, you know, maybe if they release higher difficulties, this will make sure your symbiotes plus Skrull can keep simming. In War, you know, they're kind of a defensive team. They're shining a little bit more now because of the season rules. In Crucible, they do seem to be able to pop up every once in a while. I think the new character stats are going to drive the Hivemind team into the death, though, to a death spiral. So I'd be a little bit mindful of that. But, yeah, those are your options. This is for the first node. This is going to take forever because this Void Knight has a bazillion life. Let me just beat this guy down, and then we'll reconvene on the second node. All right, heading into Node 2, we'll do both teams. Let's show them both off once again. So we'll start with the full Sinister 6 team, and this team I think is actually really powerful in this node to start, and then it does start to taper off. But I think I got through this with 3 attacks my first playthrough, and I think I could definitely narrow that down to 2. And with the symbiotes, maybe even less, but I'm not sure. Well, let's go ahead, let's play this out, let's see how it goes. So we go with the Vulture, we're gonna give a bunch of people slow, Lizard will take the stealths off, and then Kraven can go ahead and land an ability block on the Big Time Spider-Man, so he's not going to do to Lizard what Void Knight kept doing, right? Flipping all his stuff and being super annoying. And then from there, I actually don't want to use too many cooldowns, right? We want to wait for the next wave to drop in. I don't want to use everything all at once. When you blow your load like that, then you could find yourself in a sticky situation when a future wave drops in. All right, so here we got Dakin now, right? Now, Dakin can be very annoying, very scary, because we do have characters that go into stealth here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save my blind ability block. I don't think I need it just yet. I'll do the flip. The flip gives disrupt. Lots of good stuff happens there with my Superior 6 characters, and I'm actually going to tunnel down the Dakin. Dakin is the most dangerous character on this field, and he will continue to be for this like entire node, by the way. Very scary character. Turn meter rewind. It is a good time to turn meter rewind because we do see a bunch of them about to take some turns. And then we'll continue to finish off the Dakin. All right, and then this is where the Magnetos become a consistent thorn in your side, especially when we start getting the pre-taunts next to them, right? So this is why we didn't use all our cooldowns. We still have an offense up. Kraven coming in hot with his ultimate. I got the special from Slayer coming in hot as well. So this is just a crazy amount of damage on the second wave, which honestly pretty much erases the second wave, and we can kind of go from here. Now, I don't know. The special would take the speed up off, but probably just put it right back on. So instead, I'm just going to Vulture Basic the Magneto. Didn't get as much damage as I would want, and this is where Mysterio really starts to shine on the node, giving the ability block onto these Magnetos. At which point, you can kind of ignore them, and you can go over to the Nemesis, or go over to whoever has unavoidable attacks. Think like Black Panther Shuri, I believe her special is unavoidable. Everything Big Time Spider-Man does is unavoidable. That sort of thing. So let's go over here. I'll take out the Black Panther Shuri real quick. And I'll turn my attention back to the Magneto. The last thing I want is for 2 Magnetos to be on the field at the same time, and to have to like make a judgment call on which one I need to go for first. Alright, so we're back to kind of saving cooldowns a bit now. Get rid of the Nemesis. I didn't even see the Big Time back up there. Whoops. I would have put some control effects up on that Big Time had I seen him in time. Well, I'm not going to hit him with Mysterio dupes because it's not really going to do any damage to him. It's just going to give him speed bar. I'm also not wasting Mysterio's attack. Not like this. So we'll just use the basic for Mysterio. Again, just don't want to hit him until I have something useful to hit him with. There we go. Lost a dupe. No big deal. Now we'll start in on the Big Time Spider-Man. Whoops. Ah, that's another dupe hitting him. I think Slayer will be able to finish him off now with the Striker attack. Ooh, not quite. Alright, so Vulture is ready for the next wave. Mysterio will be ready for the next wave too. Lizard's ready for the next wave. And Slayer's going to be ready for the next wave as well. Kraven will have his special up. There should be a Magneto dropping in here. Oh, this is the Undying wave. Okay. This one can be a little tricky. You really want to get to that hell as soon as possible. If you don't have Greg, the only person who's going to get any... If you don't have Hivemind, the only person who's going to get any speed bar is going to be Vulture, and he's just not quite enough to get it done. But in this case, I will actually do the ultimate from Vulture. 20% rewind for them, 10% rewind for you, so you kind of a net positive for yourself, right? Then I will blind ability block on top of the Dakin here, and then I'll turn all my attention to this Hela. We'll hit away from the Greg as much as we possibly can. And I do want to give you guys a warning. These Nemesis and these Juggernauts, the way they fall in and the way they eventually take their turns it'll line up in such a manner that when you have to like do the follow-up, it becomes messy. So I do suggest trying to get rid of them as quickly as possible. And obviously Emma, you can't leave Emma unability block because her special is going to cleanse everything, right? All right, so there's a good blind on the jugs. Mysterio's in a little bit of trouble here, but the blinds are doing their job. I'm going to use the ultimate from Slayer here because I do want to get rid of the Juggernaut. I don't like the amount of pre-taunts we have up. I also don't like that Dakin is still alive over here, though. So we're going to try and pivot over there and get rid of him. Finish you off. I'll use the ult because it's going to do some good damage. That Emma's about to cleanse everybody. We don't super duper love that. Can we stop her in time? Oh, Vulture hits like a truck. Like a Mack truck. And now you see the pre-taunts. We got lots of AoE damage is going to be heading our way. And Mysterio didn't get a blind ability block up yet. So let's see if we can't recover this. Dawkins gone. That's good. Lizard didn't, well, he was ability block, so he couldn't ult to steal this taunt. And Magneto is about to ruin our day. There you go. So not getting to Magneto in time is bad. Looks like we didn't get as much blinded as you would have thought. But Vulture drops down, and then Dakin, because of the stealth, is going to start killing everybody. All right. This, honestly, I'd probably keep this. I'm fine with having a 2-tap or even 3-tap this node, especially if you're not racing, because then you're just going into you're waiting for the next section, right? But I do want to show you guys the Hivemind characters in action. I'll keep the same characters from the first node. But please note, I would much prefer to have Vulture here than to have one of the three. Because of the speed bar that he would give, right? And I do think you would probably want to have Mysterio not here. So you have the 2 Superior 6 members with your Vulture. Because, yeah, see, look what's happening now to our Lizard. If Lizard straight up dies, then I guess we got to replace the Lizard. We'll have to wait and see. In this case, though, we'll throw the ultimate because we do need to get rid of them and activate our Hivemind characters. Which was very easy to do. Kraven absolutely wrecked them. Turn on the Big Time Spider-Man next. And then let's try and get some momentum heading to the next wave. I don't want to have to use the ultimate from Red Goblin until the next wave starts. There we go. Yeah, because this is going to put slow on people, which is going to be very nice. And from there, we'll just start spreading some good old damage. You can see these Hivemind characters pop off insanely. Blind ability block on top of the Magneto. Let's get that speed up off of him. And then I'll turn my attention to this Big Time Spider-Man up here. I didn't even realize he was there. He's hiding. Let's get that speed up off of him, even if that does give him some speed bar. Looks like Carnage did get a bunch of bleeds. Luckily, if he dies, Red Goblin brings him back, right? So that is something to be said. Carnage can spread ability blocks. You'll love to see that. Let's just focus down the middle here, because we do want to get rid of that Dakin. This will give us a lot of speed bar. Good stuff. We have an ability block. We're going to save that for the Emma. Most likely for the Emma, I should say. All right, we got rid of Dakin. I don't like this Black Panther Shuri remaining unchecked either, though, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and get her drop low for the Carnage passive. Good stuff. You see, at the very least, when you have the symbiotes, it's moving so much faster. So you spend a lot less time in here. So I don't know. That's kind of a plus to me, to be honest with you. But I understand that some people may not care that much about that sort of a benefit. All right, so she's gone, and next is going to be the Big Time Spider-Man. Let's just get rid of that dodge. That offense up will get dropped by one of our Mysterio bots when we get there. We can only AoE, unfortunately. We gave him so much speed bar. All right, I'm going to save these cooldowns for the next wave. Let's hit away from him. Let's try and spread the slow. Good stuff. Big Time is being a big pain because we don't have like some big nuke abilities. I'll use a special here. Special is going to be a good little damage boost. Get some good bleeds. I want to save that special from Carnage. Yeah, Big Time is being super annoying here. And can we get him to red so Carnage goes before him? No. Alright, well, Red Goblin will finish the job. Nope. Come on, just die. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and get a bunch of bleeds here if we can. We do not want to use that ability block yet. We do not care if Greg's die. If Greg's die, it's actually not a bad thing for us whatsoever. I would like to get the Mysterio special off first, though. But I can settle. I can settle. Let's go down here. Spread these bleeds. There we go. Now we got the ability block on the Emma. We unfortunately killed that Hela super fast for a Hivemind. But you notice I didn't try and not do that either. I don't think it's worth it to try and cheese it too much, because you're going to just have your Lizard and your Kraven and your Mysterio standing there doing absolutely nothing. Alright, there we go. We got a pre-taunt we got to deal with here, but Lizard is ready for it this time. I can spread, hopefully, a bunch of slows to the Magneto here if we're lucky. No, we weren't lucky, but we can ability block him. Alright, we really want to deal with these pre-taunts and these Nemesis before they start popping off now, because they don't have blinds. We also have a hidden Dock in there ready to pop off. Alright, so let's get a good push here. Some good Carnage speed. That's good. Let's push this Nemesis. Again, that's fantastic. But here comes Dokken. This is the trouble, right? Leaving Dokken open is a bad move. A big bad move. Okay, but we're going to drop the Nemesis. That's good. And now I do have a blind ability block. Man, it's tough to throw it now when I know what's about to come. But if we don't, I feel like we're going to be in huge trouble. Steal the speed up? No. No, no, no. Let's just kill the Dokken. Just keep leaning into our Hivemind characters. They are the MVPs here. Here we go. Here's the ult. This should push a lot of people. Activating my Carnage. Yeah, look at that. And that's the Hivemind. I think it's pretty clear the best characters, if you're trying to push Dark Dimension as fast as possible, does seem to be the Hivemind is taking the cake in a big way. He's gonna bleed out. So instead, let's try and get some spread damage over here. Good enough. And then we'll try. Oh yeah, there goes that. That's a dead one, right? Oh, that's a dead guy for sure. We'll save the Carnage or the Kraven ultimate, I guess. Or do I want to whiff it? I might want to throw this. I'm not gonna throw it. I probably want to throw that though. Here, I'm just gonna make sure he dies. Last wave is now here. I'm gonna go ahead and kill one Greg. Let's get that super low. And then I'll turn my attention over to the Emma. Mysterios are getting their turns. Lizard is going to kill and push a bunch of people here, activating more Hivemind shenanigans. Oh, and here comes the Red Goblin ult of Destiny. And that's going to be it for the City Villain, guys. So you can see, it really does feel like the Hivemind characters pull ahead in a big way. Just like the City Hero section, it's going to be, what do you value? Do you want to have your Sinister 6 members who you might use more often in War and in Crucible? Do you want to have them big, or do you want to have your raid team, Hivemind, probably give them a little bit more life, make them sim a little bit better, and you know what? You have a better defensive team on the other end there. Personally, this is the first time I just did it with the Hivemind characters. I would recommend the Hivemind characters now. After seeing that, that was an absolutely insane display of just raw power from them. So that's going to be it. Hope you enjoyed the infographic. You can catch that on the Patreon for $1 or in the Discord. It'll be up there for free. Support the channel, though. Right? Hope you enjoyed it. Bye. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.